Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to your Avalon Rituals April reading. My name is Yoya. Thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to lay out the Lenormand for you guys, which is a beautiful method to have a look into every area of life. And this time around, you know the readings already of this channel, but this time around I do want to show you the cards as well. So I will change the camera now and let you see the cards that I have picked for you, and then I will guide you through the reading. All right. So Gemini, I just thought it's really nice to have a really close hello everybody introduction, which just came out of a little mistake that I made with the Scorpio reading, but then I kind of liked it and I just repeated it for the next readings. Anyway, so you can see your cards over here and I will guide you through the reading. So we, like I've said, have now a look into every area of life, and specifically I want to have a look around the cards that are around you. This is a really large reading, as you can see, 36 cards, and each card has a different meaning, or some cards even have more meanings. Basically, most of the cards have several meanings, and depending on the placement in the reading and the combination of cards around this card, you can get different messages. So this is how I'm going to do your reading now, and we're going to start with your card. No matter if you are a male or a female watching, you are now represented in this deck or in this spread as the lady number 29. And 29 is here in the last large or long row. In the center of the reading there's 29, and on the right is 28. That's the gentleman. So you can guess that this is the person you're going to deal with in April, which could be a partner, an ex-partner, that could be a friend, it could be a colleague. Yeah, let's just see how that goes. Again, no matter of their gender, I'm gonna assure you now that I'm going to fall into the gender role because it's a male person here. This is why I'm gonna say, oh yeah, around the male person I see blah blah blah. Yeah, that's basically the person you're dealing with, and swap it around to make the gender fit. Okay. What I can see here is that you are in your own house, you are in your own placement, which is a really nice position because it seems like you're very much focused on yourself, and that's already a good position to be in. You're very much, I do feel like you kind of like are content within yourself. That's the energy I'm getting here. Also, I have next to you the card of the Star, which is a card of spirituality, which is a card of personal development. Also a beautiful success and wish fulfillment card, which is very close next to you. And that is also related in a way, not in a way, it is related to the other person. Because the Star is in the house of the other person, the male person here. Again, swap it if it is maybe for you a female. So that could talk about something is going to clear up when it comes to the other person. There might be success coming in with the other person, depending on what kind of relationship this is for you. Sometimes this can, like I've said, talk about a wish fulfillment, or again, a very, very a meaning that I'm using very often is the spiritual and personal development in relation somehow to the other person or to the masculine maybe as well. We do see the other person next to you, so you are very close. But interestingly, and I feel like this happened now quite a lot of times in the April readings, the two of you are very close, but you're looking in different direction, which could mean that it doesn't need to be a separation energy, but it could mean that the both of you looking and don't have the same opinion about a situation. You're looking at things from a different perspective, or you want to go this way, the other person want to go that way, and it's like, yeah, well, what are we going to do now? That kind of energy. So I'm gonna go deeper into this in a second. I want to do your thought position. So we do have the Tower in your thought position, which could wow. Okay, The Tower can talk, first of all, it can talk about you being independent and you being independent emotionally, being independent financially, or independent when it comes to your work life. Therefore, it could stand for you being self-employed. But also the energy of the Tower could talk about setting boundaries, communicating boundaries. But this is in a challenging position because the Tower is in the house of the Mountain, and the Mountain again is a blockage or a challenge. I really like to say the word challenge because blockage sounds like you're not gonna get over it, or it almost feels like, oh, this is a blockage, I can't get through it. While challenge just means, yeah, you can climb on the mountain. It's just maybe a little bit of effort and might not be the easiest thing to do. But therefore, it could mean setting boundaries might be something that is not so easy for you to do. But also, when I now go further up, it talks about maybe a withdrawing or a separation with the dog, a friend, and on top of that is the cross, which is very karmically. It's also like a burden. It's like a heavy cross that you're carrying related to the situation. And somehow the situation is also connected to, now we're going to go and see the placement of the cross. The cross is in the house of the tree, and in the house of the cross we do see the last 4 cards. Number 36 would be the last card. So that's the house. It's the house. So I always get confused when I say it's the house, because I'm also talking about the placements as houses. So in the house of the cross is the house. That tells me that there's a lesson or a karmic situation when it comes to stability, inner stability, but also the roots and family situations could play a part here. There's also some sort of something new coming in, which is very interesting because something is growing here as well. We do have on top of you the child energy, which could be an inner child, which could be related to children, or it could mean some sort of new beginning. If I now have a look onto the cards placement, it's in the house of the public, so there might be a new beginning related to public. In that sense, the Tower can then again represent you being independent and being self-employed, or just independent and your own boss maybe, and something that is really growing. Maybe there is a slow growth because the tree is not something that pops out of the ground and is just there. It's a slow growth, but something seems to grow here. Also because the child energy is a new beginning that would grow. So twice we have the energy of growth here represented through different cards when it comes to the energy of a Tower. If I now have a look onto the Tower placement, that's where the stork number 17 is in, which is again, that's left to the child. So there is something changing. There is some sort of change coming, or maybe you are already in this change where it's related to a withdrawing, a separation, or you being independent in one way or the other. There is some stress and nervousness, I feel. That might be related to a different topic because this is below you. And below you, the cards are the birds, the lilies, and the house. Stress and nervousness or communication with an older male person or a father figure or father. Both the lilies and the house could also talk about family matters. So there might be something along those lines as well. But I also feel like there is some sort of solution when it comes to family matters or your inner life. And the interesting thing is now I see there is a connection to the snake, which could be a woman, could be a mother, a sister, a friend, and to the person that is on the right to you, because the person on the right to you is in the house of the lilies. You see, so there's some sort of connection. It feels like this is like a big picture situation where there's one aspect and then there's maybe a slightly different situation or area of life, but then there's another aspect and they all play kind of like a part. There is some confusion related to a connection, related to a partnership, a friendship, a love relationship, and a decision here. This decision is in the house of the mice. Mice talk about, wow, okay. So the mice talk about loss, the fear of loss or worry. So there is something related to a decision that is worrying you, which is related to a relationship, a partnership, a friendship. Also because in the house of the mice, in the house of the ring, we do have the mice. Another indicator of the same thing, basically. And I do feel like there is still confusion related to a change with the snake. Mother, friend, sister energy, but it's a woman energy. If this is not another person, then this is just complications and delays. Complications and delays, a change and confusion. I do want to have a look now onto the other card, onto the male person that is here. Because we do have, you share similar energies here. Because we do have the tower, we do have the tree. So again, there could be some sort of growth or stability, setting boundaries, a withdrawal, and a decision, which is also related to this person. This person is looking. The interesting thing is, now that I see this, you are looking onto the stars, and the other person is looking onto the sun. So you are focused on, I would say, and it's also interesting because it's the night and day energy in a way, but you are more focused on spirituality, on personal and spiritual development. Both cards have a success energy, definitely, but the other person is more focused on, you could say, day in a way, but also happiness. Again, it's also success, but that's a strong card for optimism and happiness here, which is really interesting. This person thinks about a long-term commitment and some sort of moving or a movement or action, which is in the house of confusion. In the further environment, we do see some stress and nervousness for this person because of the child, inner child, a younger person, an inner child, a new beginning, stress and nervousness because of a new beginning. Then we do have the friend energy and the ship. So the ship energy talks about something that is far away. It could be a foreign country that is playing a part here, so therefore it could be someone from a foreign country. But also we do have love here. So the heart is also falling onto this person. But the heart in combination with the ship, it feels like following your heart. So maybe this person is following his or her heart, taking a journey that is going to bring joy, and happiness. I do see some emotional conflicts here for you. Also related to this decision. And what I didn't do so far was I didn't mirror you. You are mirrored onto the cross, which is again this energy of karma, of lesson, of a burden. But there is a key, and that's a beautiful thing now. In the same, when I mirror you, when I mirror a card, there are always 4 cards that I use, which is in your case the star, the key, and the cross. So we do have a strong solution energy, a destiny energy. There's, both cards, the cross and the star, talks about destiny. It's a solution, it's destiny. So I do feel strongly like whatever is manifesting around you, there's a big lesson in it, but it's also like a strong destiny energy, solutions, clarity coming in, success coming in. So this is really, really beautiful. The other person is mirrored onto the movement. It's mirrored onto a strong influence, and it's mirrored onto the fox. Fox is a tricky situation, maybe a complicated communication here. The fox is also talking about the own needs. So I always, not always, but often I am sharing the story of the fox, because Well, the fox is not a bad animal in general. It's a sweet animal and it's very clever, very cunning, clever. But it's all it does is following its own needs. So when the fox wants to have the chicken because the fox needs to eat, maybe needs to feed the baby foxes, then the fox will just get the chicken. It's not because of a bad intention. It's just that's my own personal need, which is why I need the chicken. If you are on the other side, if you are the farmer, then you're going to be like, oi, fox, stop it. It's my chicken. You're stealing my chicken. You're taking away from me. But that's not from a bad intention, you know. So these are the two sides of the fox. So it might be that this person here is now doing something because of his or her own need to do something, or the own needs play a part. So if you are a baby fox and your mom is getting you the chicken, then obviously that's a great thing. But if you are the farmer and then the fox is stealing your chicken, then obviously you're going to have a different perspective because it feels like something's been taken away from you. That's the energy of the fox that is falling onto this person here as well. I can't talk anymore. I have done already so many videos today that I feel like I can't talk anymore. So sorry if I hope I make sense for you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you resonate with the reading, with the messages. If so, leave a like or a comment or subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time. Mwah.